So the science says we are going to have more intense hurricanes, so stronger, and they're going to intensify more quickly. So, it used to be when you'd see the hurricane and it was some distance away and it was a Category 2, you were pretty sure by the time it got your way, it would still be a Category 2, but now we're seeing this rapid intensification, which is much more dangerous. And my expectation for the Caribbean with regard to the hurricane season is that we're going to see stronger storms, intensifying more rapidly and weakening more slowly. I think Jamaica in some ways has a desirable geographic position because of the angle of its mountain range, which tends to deflect storms north and south of us. So while it's true that we haven't had a direct hit from a hurricane since Hurricane Gilbert in 1988, we've had a lot of damage from near misses. So I don't think we should take any comfort in the length of time since there's been a direct hit. And I vividly remember Hurricane Gilbert. So of course a direct hit can happen, and Gilbert tracked right the way through the center of the island and did the most tremendous amount of damage. But we all know we've had a lot of damage even when storms have not hit us directly. So of course your house is your most important asset that you'll make in your lifetime, and insurance is a good way to protect your asset against that unforeseen disastrous event. And how I think about insurance is like this. So some people think, oh, I'm paying this money and I'm not getting anything from it if there's no claim, right? And so they see themselves paying this money year after year and they ask themselves why. But how I think of it is like this. So what am I doing? I am exchanging something that's uncertain, that a hurricane might hit or come close to us and completely destroy this asset with a very great financial risk to me, perhaps one I cannot pay. I'm exchanging that for a regular and predictable premium, something that I can set aside and say, okay, every year I know I have to pay this money, and in the event that there's a disaster, I will not have to find all of the money to repair my house. And that seems like a very good exchange to me. And I think we should all do that as a routine matter at the beginning of the hurricane season, which, by the way, notice we're now having storms before the 1st of June. So, walk around your house. If the roof is leaking, fix it. Decide what things you're going to take inside when the storm comes. Don't leave that rake outside to come crashing through your window. Just common sense preparations, not left to the last minute, to protect this really most important of assets. So if you're a renter, you still have things inside your home that you own and value. And there are types of insurance that are geared towards people who rent. And they include something that we often overlook, as do regular home insurance policies, which are your liabilities to others. So it's possible as a renter or as a homeowner that someone may visit you and get hurt in your house, and then there'll be a claim against you. There's insurance that can protect you against that kind of thing. So sometimes you have to think a bit more broadly than just the roof and the walls and the furniture. And that's what insurance allows us to do. And I've always thought of insurance as, it's very importantly a relationship between you and your insurance company. So if you're having problems paying your premium, my recommendation is contact your insurance company and negotiate with them as to how you can still insure your property and meet your more current bills. I think you'll find most insurance companies are very willing to have that kind of negotiation, especially in these times after the COVID pandemic. So we kind of have to find a way to meet both our current needs and our future needs, because if there's a disaster, our situation is going to be vastly worse if we have not insured our assets.